Gee, I've never seen Kitchen Stadium in the daytime. Woo. It's quite a trip, isn't it? And good afternoon, everybody. It is the Thursday afternoon vlog. I'm just sort of reacclimating myself. It's going to be in the 90s this weekend, and of course I'm heading off to Las Vegas on Sunday morning earlier, and I'm going to hit the 100 degrees. Like it's going to feel like, I mean, when I was down there in July, like I said, the community watchdog was nice enough to give me a laser temperature sensor, and the street temperature was what, 131 degrees, something ridiculous like that. So 100 is going to be like I'm visiting the Arctic, right? I'm going to be looking for polar bears down there. It'll be all right. It's going to kind of be nice to get one last stretch of that real good heat, because when I come back in, I'm going to be staying about 8 nights. When I come back in October, then of course we're going to, somewhere along the line, it'll be like they throw a switch and it'll be much cooler weather here, which will be nice too, because that has its benefits of fall here in the county. I'd like to try to pick some walnuts this year. So many people plant fruit and nut trees here and they never harvest it. It's kind of a shame. But get out there and get a picker and grab some walnuts and maybe make some walnut raisin muffins, something like that when I get back. We're probably about 3 weeks away from ideal picking and harvesting time, and that'll be a fun thing to go out for foraging in the city. But some people have asked me about Las Vegas, and I'm going to do food reviews and things as budget permits. I try to do probably two decent reviews of decent. By I mean decent, I mean a place that has a sit-down place to eat, because I do help out at the I'll be devoting most of my time to helping out at the church, and then we'll be doing probably three mega streams down there, which are the vertical ones, the mean streets of Las Vegas. But that's subject to change. I'm not really sure. I know the first night down, Sunday, we generally just go down to Jerry's Nugget or to the Magnolia at the Four Queens and have something simple, and then spend some time downtown under Fremont Street. I'm looking around here though. There's some things I'm trying to do before I take off. I know there's painting that needs to be done. There's some work on some exterior rain spouts and things that should be done too. That's going to definitely be on the agenda when I get back, but it's got to be cool enough, sustained during the day, so I don't have the bubbling of paint like happened before here, because that was really it's just that one. All my other paint job was really good, but just that part on the workshop kind of sucks, but just on one side and not the other. So go figure. It must have been something about the wood that was used. And I used a really good Bear, I don't know, whatever the hell the top of the line, Premier or something like that. Premier Magic or something. I mean, I didn't go cheap on that stuff, but it just didn't seem to adhere. So I'll probably have to really sand that down good and then get a primer coat on. Get a new can of paint. Man, when I bought that paint did that job in like 2015 or whatever, it was like 26 bucks a gallon or something like that. It was like $50 a gallon. It was Marquee. That was it. That's what it was. Home Depot's Bear Marquee or something like that. It's supposedly top to the line. Whoop-de-doo. And then I got to fix the downspouts so we don't have, so that they function properly. I cleaned all that stuff out last year, but there's no sense getting up on the roof and doing any of that stuff until the wind knocks the first redwood needles off and all that crap. And we had a little taste of that a few weeks ago. Yeah, and leaves are starting to come down here too. So I want to wait till a lot of that leaf, a lot of the low-hanging fruit of the crap that's going to come off the trees has already come down because of winds. And you know, we get a hot, dry wind event, and I'll know that we're just ready to broach really into fall. Of course, with that, the next, I would say the next month in particular is our highest fire danger risk of the year. And it's kind of sad for me to realize that there was a California Department of Forestry employee that was arrested, that he had lit like 5 arson fires around the county here. And I'm like, man, it's bad enough we have to contend with nature, or somebody flicking a cigarette butt out of a window, or somebody pulling off the side of the road in their catalytic converter touches off a grass fire or something like that. But can you imagine that you now have to contend with a government employee that's out there lighting fire? So there's a lot more kooks in the world on a percentage basis, I believe, today. And in reality, they can talk about putting a defensible space around your home, blah, blah, blah. But we know when stuff's dried out. Think back to 2017, and if you haven't seen my series, my playlist called The Great Santa Rosa Fire, you should stop and look at that playlist, right? Take a pen right now and just jot it down. I'm going to watch that 2017 playlist. You want to see how bad it can get when a wildfire gets into a urban area. I mean, it's it wasn't anything really left standing. 1 or 2 miracle houses here. We had a neighborhood called Coffee Park. The doggone fire came from the east to the west, driven by hurricane force winds, and it jumped Highway 101 and got into this neighborhood called Coffee Park. And I think, like within like an hour and a half, there was something like close to 1,000 homes that burned over there. Right? It was insane. And that, plus the Paradise Fire a year later, which really helped jack up the insurance rates here. So, you know, how you tell me, in the face of rising insurance costs, rising utility costs, rising taxes, and all this kind of crap, explain to me how, you know, house prices can continue to rise, and that's facing that kind of headwind. I don't know, man. You know, Bobby had been with the farmers for what, 35 years, never had a claim, and they just they cut him off, right? It was just, we're leaving, we're getting out of the state here. We just can't afford to. The risk is too great, and the same thing is happening in Florida. And God bless you people down in Florida. I got family down there and stuff, so I texted my brother today, and he'll be thinking about you. You know, it's a very, very tough situation. It's like playing Russian roulette. You never know when that big storm's going to come over, and you never know the extent. Of course, the media build. We're going to have a 20-foot wall of water. It's going to be like a biblical with Moses. Dun 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 dun. It's like all these news agencies just compete with each other to see who can be the biggest dick now when it comes to getting people fired up. Even the Weather Channel, which used to be dull and boring, with, you know, right? Moving to the Midwest, we have an anti-cyclone coming in. Now it's all high drama, people being blown away. They're putting extra fans on the beach for effect when they're recording. What a bunch of dicks, man, I'll tell you. It's not like it used to be. That's for sure. But a lot of people are being canceled out on insurance and stuff. So I'm always a little bit nervous. I always think to myself, I look around this hood and how we're packed in like sardines in a tin can here. And if we ever had something rage through here with high winds, I mean, it would just be a catastrophe untold. and I look around at all the brush and all the dried stuff, and people watch the videos, they go on the live streams, and they're like, oh wow, Rosie, I never knew it was so brown there. The Rancho's like scorched. Well, yeah, when you don't get rain from mid-April until November, yeah, it tends to dry stuff out. Sunny every single day. So I'm doing more and more stuff to prepare to get a little content up. Gonna be on the road Sunday. I think I've decided on Saturday's Kitchen Stadium Challenge, and we'd like to do a Saturday challenge. I've decided that I think I'm going to make a nice clam chowder here, loaded with clams. So probably Friday night we'll go out, tomorrow night we'll score some clams. I think it'll just be a regular live stream. We'll score some clams and we'll make a really nice clam chowder, and I think that should be pretty good. I'll be looking at some recipes, but we should be able to get some clams somewhere, and I don't know if we'll be able to get fresh ones, but I'm not going to screw around opening, right? If I have to buy canned ones, that'll be okay too. But that'll be kind of nice, and maybe get a little bit or make a little bit of bread here too. So that's something to look forward to. Also, I'm looking around. You guys are thinking, wow, it's late September. A lot of people have already pulled their gardens, are long gone, right? And we're still in high production here. There's still a lot of production going on with tomatoes. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try to can diced tomatoes. I'm not making a red sauce. I got plenty of red sauce to see me through, and you can check out those videos if you haven't seen the video on that, and I've done that for years. But I've never canned diced tomatoes before, and I might be able to get a couple quarts of them. Just because come winter time and it's dreary, and maybe I've caught a crab and I got some clams and I got some mussels, and I want to have, I want to have a nice cioppino or something like that, I can pull out some real flavorful diced tomatoes and use it. It'll be really nice. So I think I'm going to set that as a goal tomorrow to do that. So I'm going to close it out. If you're not subscribed, gee, I'd love to have you on board for Las Vegas coming up. Going to be a lot of hijinks. We'll see Mr. Z. We'll have some street streams. We'll give a little volunteer time to St. Joe's down there, and it'll be a good effort. I'm laying the groundwork, of course, for a second annual fundraiser that'll be coming in November for the and culminating with a nice marathon stream down there, just like we did last year. We have a high hurdle to hit, so I'm hoping the participation's really going to widen out this year, and ask people that have never donated before or never contributed to be a part of that. And we'll be talking more about that as that unfolds. Anyway, please subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. I'm gonna be back in the heat zone again, guys, doing it up. But I always think to myself in a positive way. I'll be ending my night at the Atomic Lounge with some nice Busch Light tall boys. All right. Don't hate me because I got good tasting beer. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Your thumbs up are appreciated, and I will see you later.